transferred from Dubai Airport to Balmoral early this morning, and this shot, taken from the balcony of our cabin, is the only shot we have of Dubai. 11 o'clock at night on the 28th of January. This is the Dubai skyline and Balmoral. We got on her this morning, is now moving out of Dubai Harbour.
I'm standing on outside our cabin. We're going through the Gulf of
Oman.
Oman on our way from, we've just come from Dubai and we are going to Muscat. Ah, look, there is the sunset. It's rather splendid, but some of the colours in the edge of these waves down here are quite remarkable. I wonder if I could get them close up. Like that. I don't think it quite catches the gold edge to these. Oh, there, just a little went there. And look who's sitting here. Hello, Johnny Moore.
I'm trying to phone Elizabeth.
Who's trying to get Elizabeth. Having spent quite a long time today sorting out his Wi-Fi and whatnot.
Trying to keep in touch with the world. Very difficult when you're in the Gulf of Oman. I'm now trying to register on Oman Mobile E, but my phone doesn't necessarily want to let me do that. My alternatives will be to dial mcpmaritime.com or Do is a Dubai, but we've left Dubai. I don't think we'll connect on that. There is another one which is etsa.at. Don't know whether that'll work. It's a busy day at last. I want to talk to Lizzie, but it won't let me. And we have just docked in Muscat. Muscat in Oman. Well, let's go have breakfast. We are on our visit to the Grand Mosque. This is some 10 k's inland from the harbour. Look at me, Anne. Now walk on. And we're inside the Grand Mosque. Carpet is supposed to be something special, all one.
Right.
Anne, wait for us. Our tour guide was a nice guy, but I think this was maybe his first time out, and he could not keep his party moving in the mosque. I got fed up with this and politely told him that we would find our shoes and socks and meet him and his party back at our coach. We left the mosque to return to the Muscat seashore. We have just visited a rather boring museum and are about to stop at a souk, that is, a shopping centre, for the statutory Help the Economy visit. And now we are about to leave Muscat. We had a very nice day here. Captain, you can see up on the bridge. We'll very soon be casting off, and our next port of call in 2 or 3 days' time is Mumbai. We're preparing to leave. The captain is looking down on the shore, checking the lines and so on, making sure that all the passengers on board, I think there must be. We'll be casting off shortly, and the next stop on the 2nd of February will be Mumbai. Been there before. Mumbai is very nice. I'm hoping that when we get on to the Cochin and Kerala, I'll meet the little girl that I have a picture of, who I met last time in the village. See whether she's still there. What you did was
very
restful, really. I think you did the right thing. I'm sure you did. Anyway, I think most of the time from now on, we're doing the same things. Suggesting to Gordon and Brenda that their trip by ship round the bay was probably a better bet than our visit to the mosque. There's a little. We're leaving Muscat, and we're looking towards the back of the boat. We're reversing out. There's a tug coming alongside, and I don't know what it's going to do. Presumably muck up our passageway out of the harbour. There's our entrance. Pretty big. I think I could get it through there. Don't know what this is. No doubt this little boat is charging Fred Olsen an enormous fee for being here. Just left Muscat, it's dark. This is from the balcony taken of our bedroom. Balcony door, you can see the door handles. And we just walk slowly towards the apartment. Table, flowers, bottle of champagne, now empty I think. Another table, settees. There's our television. There's lots of tonic water bottles down there, and there's also a bottle of gin. There's a bottle of scotch. Probably can't see them. Bathroom, cloakrooms are through there, down to the left. And there's the bedroom. This is a view on right on the top deck. This is a view on the top deck of the ship. There's a swimming pool here and 2 plunge pools. Anne is having a swim in the pool. You'll see her when I turn the camera around in a little moment. Here is the swimming pool on the top deck. Here's an animal in the swimming pool, doing her exercises. There's another pool on, I think, deck 6 further down, but this one is right at the top. What have you got to say, Animal? What have you got to say to the camera?
What?
What have you got to say to the camera?
What have I got to say?
You know, I don't think you'd get your hair wet anyway. The swimming pool is a bit further down. This is... I've gone further back on the boat, so you can't see it anymore. You can see the sponge pools either side, but... And now I'm looking down at our balcony, which is just down there. I'm taking it from the observatory lounge. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and here we are, coming up to the cruise terminal in Mumbai. And there's a lot of activity. You may remember this from our last visit to India. On this first day in Mumbai, we did not take a ship's tour, but instead took a taxi to the Taj Hotel for lunch. Before lunch, we took a walk to a shop selling artist paintbrushes, and on the way back to the Taj, we saw a little girl on a trapeze, her mother begging. We spent a short time in the Gateway to India Square before having lunch in the Souk restaurant at the top of the Taj Hotel. We again met John, the waiter who served us 3 years ago and who was an expert on European soccer. Balmoral is relocating to allow another ship, the Rotterdam, to occupy this berth. Need to talk more loudly, Animal.
You can see it moving away from the shore. Yeah. As we move to the next stop. A different place. Here's John looking at it. Quite hot standing here, the sun's shining, it's lovely. Ship is now moving a bit further along. There they're waiting to put the gangway. You can see that end of the boat. The captain's mates are.
We're on our bus trip, local life. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yet again we're at the Gateway to India. We're going to be going to on a train ride this morning, which will be interesting amongst other things, and also go and have a look at the laundry. But this is the scene. As I turn around, of course, you'll see Animal.
Looking at the picture.
See Animal. And of course, What you will also see
Hotel.
is the superb Taj Hotel. This is the one the terrorists bombed. I think it was in 2007 or 2008. And this is the new tower of the hotel. And yesterday we had lunch on the top floor there. Very nice lunch in the souk room. And yet again the gateway.
You have a shooting in people. Tried to clean John's shoes, but you said no thank you.
We're on our way to Crawford Market. We're still in the market.
आम्हाला फोन करा संध्याकाळी उद्या फोन करा मला आमचे फ्लॅट कुठल्या तरी पाहिजे अंडर कंडिशन तरी बरं बरं ठीक
This is probably number 8. What number is it?
That's our coach.
That's our bus. No, wait. It's possibly going to come here. Here you are. This is a typical scene in Mumbai. These are the lunch boxes being delivered to the office. And that marking on the box tells them where they've come from and where they can go.
So these are the wooden crates. Now when the boxes are delivered, there are various options. A bicycle or a slipping candy.
Taking the boxes off the tray.
Alright, any questions on the dabbawalas? Any questions that you have on the dabbawalas?
This is first class.
This is first class. And I would like to tell you the difference between the second and the first class. The fare, the minimum fare for the second class is 5 rupees. And the minimum fare for the first class is 45 rupees. 9 times the price. And when you say first class, all that you get is a cushion seat.
Right.
That's the only difference between the first and the second class. And the fare being so high, the crowd is relatively less. Yes, yes. Most of the people go standing in the doorway over here in between the seats, and nothing else. They're standing in the doorway holding that one big pole. Now, we have accidents. People fall. With this.
That's great. Yeah. I turned from man towards the laundry, and there we are. Isn't it incredible? Isn't that incredible? We've just been on the train. It was brilliant. And now, back to Balmoral. This is India. It's now 5:30. We've been waiting for clearance from the port authorities for the last 4 hours and haven't got it. Now, I think we're about to get it, but you can see there is somebody from the ship down there at the entrance, just where the gangway is, and I think he's waiting for a form. Clearly everybody is totally pissed off. There are now groups of people everywhere. There's a dog somewhere. Let me see if I can find the dog. There's all the men in uniforms. It's absolutely chaotic and mad. There is the officer from this ship. Clearly he's going to be on board when we leave. But clearly he's still not the right paperwork, and I guess that he's probably pissed off, totally pissed off. The captain has just made an announcement saying that the reason for the delay was that a crew member decided that he was not going to return to the ship. So that is the explanation for the delay. A member of the crew, presumably he might have been Indian, decided that he'd had enough of working for Fred Olsen and he was going to stop in Bombay. And the ship is gently moving away from the pier at the stern. The ropes are off and it's front and aft now, and we're away. The day after tomorrow we will be in Cochin. There's the scene now on the pier. And there's the party watching us leave. And here is the Rotterdam, the ship we saw in Muscat, which followed us a day later to Mumbai. It's a Holland America line. And the Bombay skyline at sunset. It's now about 6:15. And I think that's the end of my movies for this evening. It's 7:30 in the morning. And here we are, arriving in Cochin. That's beyond the shoreline. A lot of people down there actually. I don't know what they're doing. well, there's a big ship here, but looking here, there are some coaches, which makes me think that's where we're going to be berthing. See them? I would not be at all surprised if we don't end up there. We've stopped moving. I think we're going to turn around and go in there. We're now tied up, and this is the scene from our balcony, looking towards Cochin, but looking in the other direction. We're tied up on the other side of the boat, on the port side. This is the scene that we have. Early morning. We've just had our breakfast. As usual, we've had long discussion about how well we slept or didn't sleep.
Here is a warship coming in, standing on the deck. Lined up.
Speak more loudly, animal.
Lined up they are on the deck.
I don't know what navy it is. I would think it's Indian, but it may not be.
Getting on the dock. That's the gate. Characteristic there.
Getting all that stuff in here.
I'm definitely right.
And then you get it on this one.
Almost 20% of the population in Kerala are Christians. And again, the Muslim community is also very strong in Kerala. It is again almost 20% of the population. So it is 20% Christians, 20% Muslims, and the rest are still Hindus. So basically India is a Hindu country. That's all imported log from Malaysia. Imported teakwood from Malaysia.
This is to give you some idea of the roadside here.
And there are two cities in Cochin, the old city and the downtown, the new city. Muslims or Christians. So regularly they are going to these the praying houses, to the church, to the temples and mosques. So religion is very important for the people. So it's a part of their life.
You just said how important religion is. So here is, I may say, a typical sort of Indian street. Model village is described.
You can also notice the difference in majority of these shops. You can see that the display boards are in English. Majority of the display boards are in English. Even our local language, Malayalam, is we can see only very few signboards. So majority of them are in English. Now we take a turn to this Balangi village.
Right, we'll stop this now. Good idea of what it looks like here until we get into the village, which is charming. We are on the bridge.
These are these Chinese, on your right you can see the Chinese fishing nets. That's a special type of fishing nets.
Good morning. How are
Here
you?
we are in the tuk-tuk.
Do you speak English?
No.
No. No.
I'm Roy.
Roy. You are Roy.
To each
That's his name.
Oh.
Now in our tuk-tuks, this is from my side of the tuk-tuk. We're waiting for all of them to get ready, I think, before we go.
Yes. Yes.
Island.
And now we are on our tuk-tuk ride to Kumbalangi village. Yes. Oh, that's the church. Yes, I see. Yes.
The Chinese fishing net.
Yeah. Fish farm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But it wasn't eating it, we were partially eating it, but making things and all the rest of it.
I understand that we're going back by boat. As before, we came by boat and then went back by tuk-tuk.
Toddy shops and take a bottle of toddy. It's very good and intoxicating. Toddy. 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 That exactly looks like milk. It is white in color. It is white in color.
We have a hot toddy. I was about to say, that's our hot toddy. That's our hot toddy.
Probably where it's come from. Even you can, if you like, you can eat the flesh.
Village weaving. Down by the lake, I think we should see the crabs here. Trying to get some pictures.
Interesting thing is they cannot breathe in this water. They only breathe in water. They only breathe in eggs. And for a single breed, there will be 300,000 babies for one crab. And yeah, it's a big family. And only half will survive. They cannot live in the water. They only live in this water. And we catch not the small one. We catch the same size. It is very expensive to feed them. To become this size, it will take 8 months. Okay? So we catch the same size, but they are softer.
Lucky to escape
Okay?
today.
And these are the very expensive crabs in this app. The male one, how we identify male or not, so for the female,
The families.
this triangular body,
Different families. Not even the same religion. Different families. Because according to our rule, we can buy any piece of land. If somebody is ready to sell a piece of land, 5 can or we can go and buy. And you can own the house.
Gordon and John. And Brenda in her new hat. Presents from here. I'm wearing one too.
we are not tying them.
Not dangerous.
When they are exported,
Moving it there.
when they are hungry, they will fight each other. And there is chance to lose the clothes. If they once they lose the clothes, they don't have exporting value. They will return
Got
value.
his foot on it. Barefoot.
It's a very safe method.
See? Yeah, that's how to disable a crab. A disabled crab. Thank you. Well,
Shell to be mature, this area. If it is soft, we left him back. If it is hard, we catch them. In the left. Hello. Okay, he says it's good. Okay.
They're in,
so his certificate because his father said.
Okay, now something.
there's something in it.
Yeah,
that's a good catch.
Watch your step.
A good catch.
ഇവിടെ തന്നെ ഇട്ടാൽ ഇവിടെ തന്നെ മാർക്ക് പാൻറ്റൊക്കെ നനയ്ക്കുന്നത്.
Some of them are jumping out already.
That's a pearl spot. That's the state fish of Kerala. It's very tasty and beautiful fish, but it is very bony.
Very bony.
So it's a baby one. They can grow up to 1 pearl spot. And this is a fish called mullet, as you know, everywhere. Like silver mullet.
What he hasn't told you is all the ladies are going to prepare lunch.
This is where they put the fish. The visitor, you can see who the last one is here. See? I'm the last.
Okay. Clay pot.
That's a traditional method.
The electricity.
Generation getting close to me.
Oh yes. I remember that one.
Everybody must make one before we get on the bus.
I think it's getting on a long time. It's like
One more.
beautiful.
It will take 1 day to dry it. But it's not finished within 1 day. After drying it sunlight for 1 day, they keep it in a big furnace for another 8 hours. And it will for more than 1,000 degrees centigrade. It will make like
Do you
this.
have a furnace on your property?
No, not here, not
You
here.
don't?
Unfortunately.
Good steady hand with that.
Yes.
How true is the turntable? Is it very accurate?
Excuse me.
The turntable, how true is it? Is it very accurate? The turntable he's using.
This one?
Is it very accurate?
Yes, very accurate.
Yeah,
There's a metal piece on the bottom
yeah.
with
So
bearing.
you can
It's
adjust.
ball bearing. With ball bearing. Various places and keep it in near to the shore. And we keep them for about 4 years. After 4 years, they will become size like this. This is about 4 years old. And we collect them, harvest them from the same places because they cannot move to any other places. And we clean it with good water and we keep it in this kind of pot with a little bit of water and we boil it. When it boils, it's open naturally. Okay. Now they are dead and they're open. The next process is separating the meat and shell. It's very difficult to separate the meat and shell by your fingers or by your hand. So she used this basket to separate the meat and shell. It's a bamboo basket. It's very interesting. You see this, how she separates the meat and shell. It's very easy.
This is the meat and the shell.
This is the meat.
There's the shell.
Sure. And the meat we sell it in the local market. Okay? One of the biggest dam in Kerala made by British people is made by white cement and it's a mixture called sushi. The mixture is like this: white cement, sugar, laterite and the white portion of egg. That's the mixture. And that during that time we don't have the grey cement. So we use the white cement made with this shell. Oh, where is the meat? Very clever bird. See. Okay.
Again there. Waiting for the next one.
There may be a lot of leaves in front of their house. No? They will clean it with this kind of glue. It's very good and it's very strong too. That's a usual. There is at least one in a. Because for cleaning the hard one, it's very good like this, no? You see? It's very nice, no?
This is
For the
very
leaves and
clean
other
house, is it? Very good it is. I must try one of those when I get home, if I can find the room.
Yeah. But that's all the old methods, no? In villages still they are using all these old practices. And it's very nature friendly. So no artificial ones. So it is very good for the nature and the people. BD. Locally we call this, it's a BD. And this is tobacco inside. This is tobacco. So just look how she's making a cigar. You can just have a look. Somebody likes to try? No? It's not that hard. Men, please. No.
Ladies do as well. Here's a little hand here. I'm intrigued.
What's the tobacco inside?
Do you want me to?
I do, yeah. Can't afford it now. The day he smoked.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is red, it's recording. I am showing these ladies a photograph of this little girl which I took when we visited Kumbalangi in 2009. I think it was 2009. I was sitting on this log when she came up to me, told me her name and asked me, "What is your name?" They tell me she's now in school, so sadly I will not meet her today. We returned on our coach to Balmoral after crossing this waterway in a punt. These pictures are fraudulent. They are 3 years old, and this year we didn't see the fishing lady. Movie cameraman's license. Our visit to the village, which was very, very nice, and we're back on our balcony. I've just got a gin and tonic, and there's a cup of tea, and on our balcony I'm just watching this, I think it's an oil tanker leaving port. We're going to be, it's about 3:15, 4 o'clock we're due to be sailing for Colombo in Sri Lanka, where I think we're going to get there tomorrow. It's not too far away from Cochin. Tugboats, just making sure that it's okay. We had a very nice trip out today.
Yeah. See the Chinese fishing nets, look. There. We saw them closer up when we went this morning for our little trip to the village. There's a legs stretch with nothing in it, so that you
Yeah, I
can't
know.
see over the end. And look who's here. Says he's having a nice little snooze, so we'll let him snooze, shall we?
And tomorrow, about midday, we should be in Colombo in